Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where we're going to tick forward for a few days here, and we're going to finish up our work on the Argo arcade, of course, and we are going to applaud Buzz's generosity. What could possibly go wrong? Okay, so Scrub got injured by Buzz's food. How bad is that 1x injury? He will be back in 12 days. Okay, that's acceptable. We can work with that. No big deal there. We'll let the Centurion finish up, and we will, at this point, I want to double check the mech bay. Everything should be fine. Yeah, it completely is. We're going to go through our mech warriors and see about getting some promotions here, if there's any to be gotten. This will be okay. And LaFay can take a point of piloting at this point. That'll work fine. Ringo, absolutely a point of gunnery. Thank you very much. And that looks good. Okay, let's see what's available in here. Not a lot. Max salvage of 1 and 7. It's a solo duel. It's not great. This is a battle versus Comstar. Again, I would really rather not attack Comstar. What is our actual Comstar rep? We are currently at 81. Okay, we've got a little ways to go before we can ally with them still, but it's getting close, to be sure. So I would really, really rather not fight against Comstar. I would prefer to fight against Clan Hell's Horses for the salvage. Comstar. I mean, Comstar does give good salvage, don't get me wrong, but I would really, really, really rather fight Hell's Horses. I mean, this is Hell's Horses. It's a recovery mission. It's not very difficult, but maybe we just max out that salvage and run this as a reroll again. We would definitely bring along our Hunchback 1G. And do we have anybody here with Hunchback affinities? Yes, Glaive has Hunchback affinities. Fantastic. We would also definitely run our Vulcan. Who runs in the Vulcan? Buckshot? No affinities right now. Buzz has some Vulcan affinities, and we'll bring the Firestarter. Geezer has only ever driven a Centurion, so we'll put Buckshot in the Firestarter. Just to let her start getting some fancy experience. Tends to help. This should not be a difficult mission in the slightest, to be clear. I think we may be able to do a double deploy this episode, if this goes reasonably quickly. This should be very, 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 very simple, in theory. In practice, I mean, we're against Clan Hell's Horses. Who knows what we're going to be up against, but this'll be fascinating. So we need to retrieve operatives and biological samples and escape. We need you to recover our facilities from inside a Hell's Horses research facility. They'll be carrying highly sensitive scientific materials which must be returned to us. These materials are of a biological nature and must not be tampered with. Opening or tampering with the materials will be considered a breach of contract. Okay, well, I'm sure that's not too bad. Let's go ahead and begin the mission. I realize that they have like 25 pages dedicated to the safe handling of the material, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay, so that's our target zone. This is our primary zone. Yeah, this is a secondary zone. Okay. I kind of like landing over here. Okay. Let's go.
Time to get paid.
Indeed. Well, we're not going to get paid much here. We're here for salvage. And we're probably not going to run into all that much of that either. So we're just going to head up towards that secondary facility right now.
Got it.
Taking the high ground if we can.
Piece of cake.
And we're just going to try to get our mechs up here as quick as we can.
Affirmative.
Okay. Incubus. Ooh, an elemental toad over there. That's Commander 2C, Jenner 2C. So, 2 stars. A pair of elemental toads. That is certainly rough. But we should be able to deal with them pretty one at a time. Yeah, I think it'll be okay.
Receiving you.
So, we're going to sprint up over this direction with this Centurion.
Busting out.
Excellent. And we'll see what they do in response. Mongoose running around over there. Sure.
Standing by.
This Centurion is going to sprint forward over here. We do have the ATMs. Do we fire the ATMs? 26.4 isn't terrible, actually.
10-4.
Yeah, that was good hits there. We'll take that. Okay, that's not very frightening currently.
Systems are holding.
What now?
Our fire starter is absolutely going to run up over to here.
Okay.
Hit this guy. I'd love to kill it.
Here we go.
And it's dead. Perfect.
Enemy
Now our fire
vehicle
starter is skylined.
deployed.
This is potentially dangerous. I'm gambling that the terrain doesn't really allow LOS with over there, and it really doesn't. So this should, in theory, be fine. In theory. Okay, so we're going to move our Vulcan up over this way to engage this Incubus next round. We'll see where that Incubus ends up going. These guys are just going to run around over here for now.
Commander,
Our Ghost absolutely needs to close in as much as we can.
step in it.
There's that Scout over there. It's the Elemental Toads that I'm concerned about right now. Everything else over here should be reasonably fine.
Waiting for orders.
Now, this Blackjack, we've got that sweet, sweet arrow for. Mongoose and Locust 2C or Commando 2C and Scout? Which one's more likely to have AMS? I have no idea. We could fire Inferno. We could. But I don't think that's that useful right now. Let's fire Standard. Not a great hit, but we did get some damage in there. Okay. The Hunchback is going to sprint up over here. The real question is, what are the Elemental Toads going to do? They just kind of stood around this round.
Yeah.
Okay, this is our long-range Hunchback. It's going to move up as much as it can. This is kind of crappy terrain for a direct fire support mech, so it is what it is. That Jenner 2C stacking in over here. Elemental Toad closing in. Okay.
Right here.
So, is this side arc? This is rear arc. With a Streak SRM heavy rifle combo.
On the move. Full speed.
Yeah, these hit odds aren't the best I've ever seen. LRMs and flamers. Okay. Do it.
Targeted for an alpha strike.
We missed everything. Sad. Luckily, these are an LRM variant, which is less frightening. Looks like they're trying to come up over this way. Okay, that's fine. They can do that. Yeah. That's pretty normal.
They're banging through my armor. I'm taking some serious hits.
Oh, is that through armor?
Armor's about falling off right there.
No, that wasn't through armor. I don't know what they're complaining about. Okay, this Hunchy, we have a lot of units that can respond to this Incubus, actually. I'm going to send this Hunchy up over this way to help out against the Elemental Toads. I'm not going to fire the heavy rifle, just pot shot with that machine gun.
Engaging target.
It's not going to do anything. Even if it had hit, it wouldn't have done anything. But that's okay. That Locust 2C is going to run around over here. Sure.
Waiting for orders.
So this Centurion is absolutely going to come down over here. Do we fire the Ultra 2C, or the Ultra AC-20 here? 51%? I think we do. And yeah, I'm going to be firing it in X1 mode almost exclusively. It's... I mean, the X2 mode is the whole point of the Ultra AC, right? But... the idea behind firing it in X1 mode, we've only got the 4 rounds of ammo for now. We'll be addressing that when we get additional Ultra AC-20 ammo. Light him up.
10-4.
That was a lot of damage, actually. I like it. The Oscout is... yep, they're closing in over this way. So we need to get this cleaned up. The Elemental Toad moves up. Fires all them flamers. Not like the Centurion cares. Seems completely fine to me.
Standing by.
Okay, we're going to move over to here with the Blackjack.
On my way.
And we're going to continue dropping the Arrow 4 over here.
Affirmative.
That was an abysmal shot.
Hey.
Okay, the fire starter, I would love to see it move around over this way. It's not really going to happen. We could get down to this position, I suppose. The fire starter's running pretty hot, though, and it always will. Let's go ahead and not fire those medium lasers, and not fire these 2 flamers either.
Locking in target.
Okay, not bad.
I'm receiving you.
Now the ghost is going to come down here and continue helping out against the incubus. This should, if we hit almost anything, get the incubus unsteady, which will mean that it probably dies to our hunchback.
All weapons are good.
Okay, it just straight up dies right now. That'll work too.
Enemy eliminated.
Sounds good to me. And the commando is going to run around over here. I mean, we don't expect this to be difficult. This is looking like it'll be more time-consuming than I had hoped for, but it's not exactly going to be hard. I think that's pretty safe to say. I'm going to position the Vulcan up here,
Hauling ass.
where we can fire on this guy. And I'm going to fire the Ultra AC-5. Yeah, that was good hits there, actually. I wish we'd gotten a little more internal structure damage there, but I'll take the armor shred for now. They do have armor repair. Jenner 2C moving up. Yep, they're definitely coming in to try to flank us, but now we can move this lance over to intercept them in this choke point, which is my plan.
Standing by.
The Centurion is going to whip right on around over here. What would our ATM hit odds be here? 2.6? Not worth. We'll not take that. The Elemental Toad firing on the Centurion. Getting burn damage. Since when do elementals get burn damage through fire? Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't exactly care about the Elemental Toad using flamers on our Centurion, right? That's not relevant to us. I think I'm going to move to this position. Well, no, I think I am going to kick this, but I'm not going to... well, I am going to fire the heavy rifle, though. We could stray shot the ghost here, but I think that's acceptable.
Locked on for physical
Yeah, I'm not
attack.
super shocked that we missed that. It was only a 42% hit chance. And that almost certainly means that we miss everything else. That's okay.
Oh,
We pretty much expected something along those lines. That was mostly an if we manage to hit this melee attack situation. Yeah, they're still moving up over there. That's fine. Now, the Hunchi could position over here, in theory. This is actually rear arc. We'll give it a go. I don't expect hits here, necessarily.
locked on for physical attack.
We actually did hit it. That's huge. Straight up dead. Sure, that's why we rolled them.
One less target.
Okay. Next up is this Elemental Toad. We're going to position over here with our fire starter.
For what it's worth.
I think this is the same variant. Heat it up.
Engaging.
That wasn't great, if I'm honest.
I'm here.
Okay, well, the ghost is definitely going to turn around and head up over this way to engage
Full speed, no
in this
target.
pass over here, rather. Locust 2C moves up. Okay. Mongoose also moves up. I would have liked to see it stop like here, but no, no such luck.
Ready for orders.
That's completely fine. I'm going to position the blackjack here. We could fire on that commando. Alternatively, we could just fire on this locust, and this is going to do a lot to him. That's a lot of lasers on that locust. We may want to fire this in infernal mode. Infernal direct fire or standard direct fire? I think I'm going to go for infernal. I want them to move through a big patch of fire as they're entering this pass.
I copy.
That was nice. Would have been nicer if we'd hit the large laser, but it's all good. The Scout moves up, sets itself on fire, attacks the blackjack. We're unsurprised by this, and I'm actually a little surprised that this is not forest, considering we're literally standing inside of two trees there, but okay. Next round, our fire support Hunchy should be able to get into position
Copy.
to help fend off this foray.
Location confirmed.
These aren't the best hit odds I've ever seen in the world. But we go for the Scout here, I guess. Maybe we'll stray shot.
Confirmed.
Or maybe we'll hit twice. That works too.
Hell yes.
Okay.
Waiting for
So
orders.
this Centurion is absolutely going to come up here as well. This is all indirect. Okay. 6.2, 21. Light up that Scout. Wouldn't mind getting more ATMs, but I don't think there are any here. Hilarious. Okay. Firestarter's doing pretty well over there.
What's up, Commander?
Now this Centurion is going to move up to here. And we're going to look to fire on that Elemental Toad. Hopefully we don't stray shot the Firestarter. That would be rough.
All right. I'll
We
give
did
him the whole
not.
9 yards.
Fantastic. Unfortunately, we did miss the streak SRMs, but that's okay. Ooh, a melee attack? That's pretty bold. And he misses on the Vulcan, too. Oh, that's heartbreaking for him. Absolutely heartbreaking. Or should I say backbreaking? This Scout's really, really dead. He's got the Ghost and the Hunchback right behind him.
Hey.
He was gambling that he had... Like, that was a situation where he had to hit that melee attack. There was no way around it. If he didn't hit the melee attack, he's just dead. The Elemental Toad is not just dead. Yet. It did lose its evasive from that melee. That was a fair amount of internal damage there. Yeah, we're doing pretty well there. Locust 2C moving up through the fire. Chilling out up here. Okay. Sounds good to me. The Mongoose moves up. Fine. I don't care about that. In fact, that's good for us. I want them to move into this pass.
Yep.
So I'm going to move the Hunchy up to here. I'm going to, for now, ignore the Scout with the Hunchy. Because I want to fire out on these guys out here. Specifically, I think this Commando is what I want to shoot at. Now, our hit odds aren't great, but we'll give it a go.
This should be.
Oof. That Commando got hit hard there. Yeah, he was in cover and braced, but even so, that's not a happy Commando leg. Ooh, this is a charge on the Centurion here. And he succeeded. That Centurion may get knocked down from that. The Gender 2C is pretty small. Yeah, that's a knockdown. Okay. That's fine. We can handle that too. So the Ghost is going to move up, and I don't like that melee position there. We're instead just going to move in and
10-4.
hit the Scout rear arc here. This should probably kill it.
Target locked.
That was a lot of stray shots. Especially considering the Scout doesn't have any evasive.
Reporting critical hit.
Okay, that's fine. The Vulcan is also going to step back and deal with the Scout. There we go. This should absolutely kill him. Definitely a few bad rolls there in terms of placement. He's so close to dead, though. so close. I think the Blackjack is just going to go for this commando. Will not fire the ER large.
Taking the shot.
Good hit.
Solid connection on that one.
Okay, the commando moves up. Fires on the Blackjack. Okay, does a little armor damage. We don't mind.
Reporting major armor loss.
Waiting for orders.
So this Hunchback is going to sprint its way up over here, I think. Or up over here. Yes. We don't need 3 mechs to take care of that elemental toad.
Acknowledged. Target's taken a critical
I'm a
hit.
little surprised the Scout is still standing. But okay,
What?
that's fine.
No.
The fire starter is going to kick the rear arc of the elemental toad again. And I think instead of firing the flamers, this time we're going to go for medium lasers.
Yeah.
Okay, we hit again. We did miss one of those medium lasers, which makes me a little bit sad.
That looks like a critical. The heat's affecting my performance.
Okay, phase 19. Mongoose moves up. Yeah, fires on the downed Centurion. This isn't shocking. That Centurion's completely fine.
Banged up pretty good.
Yeah, you're okay.
Orders.
You are A-okay. We're going to move in with this Hunchback. Interesting that we can move here, but we can't melee from here. But whatever. We're going to move up to the rear arc. Yeah, this is going to secure the secondary point. I don't much care about that. The Hunchback is a fine target for that. And we're going to fire straight into the rear arc, including using the Wrecking Ball. I think we missed a lot there.
That's all you got?
Apparently. Apparently. Well, the Jenner is now going to head back into our backline. And that's okay, we can deal with that. The Centurion is going to move up to this position, and we're going to finish off this Elemental Toad. There we go. Leg destruction. 1 dead Elemental Toad.
Hostile eliminated.
Perfect. Okay, phase 18. That would be their Locust. Yep. And we're not shocked that he's firing on the Blackjack. He's going to probably generate some heat from that. Let's see. A little bit of heat. Okay, that's fine.
Standing by.
So our Ghost is going to come chase down this Jenner, I think. Should be okay. Light him up rear arc. Don't fire the medium laser aggro here.
10-4.
There we go. Jenner's dead.
Mech destroyed.
Fantastic.
What do you need?
This Hunchback is, at this point, I think, going to go for the Mongoose? Yeah, do it.
Roger.
That's a very, very injured Mongoose now. Fantastic. Who moves next? It is the Commando. Going for the Centurion. We're not shocked by this. They crit the ATM. That's very rude. I can't replace that, of course.
Commander.
The Vulcan is going to remain exactly where it's at and finally finish off this Scout. The Scout's very lucky that it's lived until now, but there's no way that it survives that. Absolutely none.
Enemy down.
There we go. And we are going to utilize our blackjack to fire on the commando here. Can we back off into a position where we can use the arrow 4 on it? Yes, I believe we can.
Affirmative.
Except that we're not getting torso rotation over there. Blackjacks have extended torso twist. Okay. I guess we can't fire with the blackjack then.
Yes, Commander.
Awkward. Okay, so the Centurion's going to get up.
All right.
And we're going to fire on one of these, I think. I definitely want to make sure that this guy is in a position of safety. So we'll move back into the spore field here, and we'll vigilance to try to hope that they won't attack it. And we'll just go for this commando with our ATMs. Not like we're going to do too much there, but I'm going to pull it back. That guy has taken quite a bit of damage, so it's okay.
We have the secondary asset, Commander. Bring it home.
Yes, of course we do. We're going to then move around over here, say, with the Centurion. Vigilance it again. And I think we can get away with this without hitting the Hunchy. I hope.
Acknowledge.
Yes. Excellent.
Target's down.
Yes,
Okay.
Commander.
The Centurion is going to come up over this direction, like so.
Hey, let's see what this baby can do.
That was actually really solid. I wasn't expecting that with those hit odds.
Hit, Commander.
Okay, we'll happily take that. And the Firestarter is going to run off over this direction and start working on securing the target zone. And sink some heat, I suppose. Commando moves up, fires on the Vulcan. Does a little armor shred, but we're good.
That one tagged me good.
No concerns. Next up, the Locust 2C. Which backed way, way off. Interesting.
I'm here.
Okay, well, the Ghost will move up to here.
Roger.
And I'd be interested in potentially just firing the SRMs here? Yeah,
Roger
do it.
that. Target's confirmed.
Leg destruction on the Commando, we'll take it.
Start.
So that Commando is, of course, super duper dead.
What's up, boss?
And we're going to move up with our Hunchy. And we're just going to kick it.
Move order received. Think I hit.
There we go. One dead Commando. So all they have left, of course, is the Locust 2C out there.
Yep.
Now, we don't currently have LOS on it. I'll move up the hill, but we're not going to get it. And
to go.
we will, of course, put our blackjack over here. For some reason, we don't appear to be able to fire the arrow 4 anymore. Oh, because we're in direct mode. I'm a moron. That's why we couldn't torso twist either, because we were in direct mode. Okay, so we're just going to continue shooting the arrow 4 at the Locust for now. That was a terrible shot. That was objectively awful.
Copy.
Okay, the Vulcan is going to move off over this way. And we'll see where they end up deciding to
Coordinates
stop at.
received.
We'll just pot shot the ATMs here. Yeah, no hits, but we don't expect hits, in all honesty.
No love on that strike.
Honestly, I think I'm going to reserve until this guy moves. He's coming back. Fantastic. I'm glad I reserved.
Reporting. Minimal damage.
Indeed. Okay, so this Vulcan is now able to pop up over here, which allows us to pot shot that Ultra AC-5. We may end up hitting our Centurion. I don't believe we did. Excellent.
Good to go.
Our Centurion is going to move up over here.
Problem. Firing all weapons.
Now, that was some good SRM6 streak rolls right there.
Hit on that one.
I like it.
Nice hit.
Good to go.
This Hunchy is, of course, going to move in as well. Are you unsteady? Yes, you are.
Affirmative.
It's also super dead.
Scored a critical hit.
Okay, this Hunchy could move down the hill or up the hill. Doesn't really matter. Either way, we don't get LOS. And we are going to then
I'm here.
bring in our Ghost. Our Ghost is overheated, though. We don't quite make it in. We'll just sink some heat.
Hey.
And our Firestarter is, of course, heading off to the primary objective. Excellent.
Orders.
Blackjack, at this point, can go ahead and fire on the Locust. We're in minimum range of the arrow 4, and I think we'll just do this.
Roger.
Yeah, we miss, but that's fine.
Negative damage.
Yeah, not too concerned.
I'm receiving you.
Okay, next up, this Centurion can move up the hill over here and toss a couple ATMs at the Locust. Nice, that's going to be a knockdown. Maybe an ejection? An ejection. Fantastic. So we are then going to just brace everyone except for our Firestarter,
Waiting for orders.
Commander.
which is moving now. Perfect. Get in there.
Advancing.
And that's the end. We'll just need to brace everybody before we get to the end of this round and exit combat.
Asset is in hand.
There we go.
Good work.
Well, let's get out of here. So really what we were looking for there was clan weaponry of some type. But more than anything, yeah, negative payout. More than anything, we were looking for double heat sinks. I don't really care about any of these chassis here. A clan ERPPC is real good. We'll take that. SRM 4 streak, I would be very, very interested if they were 6s. I think taking an SLDF cockpit and a clan cockpit is fine. We have a clan endosteel structure. Ooh, an energy accuracy FCS is really nice too. Hopefully we'll get one of these in the roulette. The kit or the heatsink. We have 2 kits, we have 1 heatsink. We'll take the heatsink. Oh, the rangefinder would be nice too. There's a lot here that I really like. These Talons are really good too. Let's see what all we get. Medium laser, we've got plenty. SRM4, I don't like 4s or 2s. I really only like SRMs in 6. The Beagle probe, we've got 2 of them. Case 2, honestly, I usually just skip case. It's not a great idea, but I do it anyway. Engine Core 175, we've got one. I'm definitely keeping these FCSs. A couple of small jump jets. Clan sensors, we're absolutely keeping. Standard fusion engine, get out of here. Standard structure, no thanks. We did get a Talon. That's fantastic. And we'll get rid of that LRM ammo. Wonderful. In terms of how much damage we actually took, it was a little. There's no doubt about that. It was a little bit of damage. There was pretty good armor shred on the 1 Centurion. There was the ATM crit. That'll have to get repaired, but the ATM is fine. There was a little bit of internal structure damage, but overall, maybe like 90,000 C-bills worth of armor damage. Something around those lines is what I'm expecting. And maybe like 12 days to repair. Well, that seems auspicious. Okay, 98k, 14 days. That's ballpark of what I expected. Fantastic. It is time to put a cut in here. I was hoping that mission would go a little faster, but it absolutely did not. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I'll see you all next time when we are going to deploy once again before this month tick. Fantastic.